Take one.
Hey there, it's Richard with Sherwood Motorcars. Today, we're in our awesome 1972 Plymouth Roadrunner Tribute. It's a 446 pack, it's lime green, it's got an air grabber. Let's take it for a drive. But first, we'll show you around the inside. Right here, of course, we got the most important beep beep steering wheel, Roadrunner badge on the wood grain dash. We've got the vents, lights, heating controls, speedo, no tack in this one. Alternator temperature gauges. We do have an odometer tack to back it up, and a secret audio head unit, so you don't have to rely on just the old AM radio. So you got good tunes, you got some more auxiliary gauges, and the pistol grip automatic shifter for the 727. How about we go for a drive? We'll put it into drive. All the gears feel real nice. Reverse, neutral, drive, 2 and 1. But of course, if we're gonna drive in the Roadrunner, we gotta drive with the air grabber open. Did you catch the air grabber coming open? So we're in hood scoop land right now, and hard to rip around in a Roadrunner without that coming open. Anyway, let's see how this 446 pack works. As always, is typical for a big block Mopar, lots of off idle torque, barely touching the throttle here as we go for a drive. It's kind of a sloppy spring day, everything's sort of melting a little bit, so we're going to be a bit careful, watch out for gravel and some of the little bits of road grime that are just going to be a bit impossible to miss. Brakes feel great and solid. Good throttle pickup as I just roll into it just that little bit here in traffic. Car's nice and stable. It rolls into it. There's the 6 barrels kicking in. Nice and smooth, just the way it's supposed to be. So we come up to this intersection here, just rolling ahead. Really good, firm brakes. Roll this thing through the corner. Maybe we'll get after it just a little bit. Oh yeah! Really hear that great intake noise from the motor, even through exhaust manifolds. This thing is a killer. I'm not quite sure how fast we were going there, but too fast. Nice and smooth on the roads, light in the steering wheel, typical Mopar B-body thrills. Man, it's hard to drive one of these without smiling. What an awesome, awesome car. I could drive this thing all day long. Man, if this doesn't give you spring fever, I don't know what will. Yeah, absolutely rock solid stable. No weird clunks or noises. Everything's happy. Back down to idle as we wait for a light. Engine temperature's happy. Oil pressure's happy. Idle's nice. Air grabber just shaking in the breeze just that little bit. The car's nice and tight. It's quiet on the inside. We've got the windows up today. There's no weird wind noises or whistles or rattles or clanks. There's no slop in the drive line. There's no clunks. Nice, firm, crisp shifts. I haven't been shifting it through the gearbox or anything. It's been doing it on its own. But it's nice and smooth and happy. Good power, good torque, nice, good application of power. We maybe revved it up to 4,000 RPM there. Just laid it down good. This is a pretty happy car. We'll maybe get it on the highway there. We might be able to do just a little bit more of a pull on it. The car tracks super straight, easy to drive, and nice and comfy. Oh, this thing is awesome. There's not a whole lot of cars that you can get in that wear lime green paint and really earn it. But this 71 Roadrunner is great. I always think of these cars as being sort of waypoints in muscle car history. It was just sort of on the backside. These ones snuck in just before emissions took all the horsepower away from everything, and the outsides of stuff were slathered with brown paint, wood grain, lots of they built. 446 pack, lime green paint, big air grabber hood scoop, big tires in the back, go wing. It's big, it's badass, it's fast, it works good. And these cars are kind of legends. I mean, you think it's not just like that black GTX that was in Fast and Furious, but I always think of Richard Petty. He ran these in 71. He kicked everybody's ass. 72 did it again, won the championship back when NASCAR was really coming into its own. These cars turned into legends. This is a good example of a car that you can stand by and be proud and drive lots. Man, this thing just drives awesome. Everything works good. It's tight, it's right, it's happy. All it needs is a bunch of miles put on it. We're going to put just a few more on today. Remote mirror works nice. It's adjusted just happy. It's got that roly-poly Mopar sort of waddle as it goes through turns. It just floats a little bit, needs that little bit of extra steering input. Man, we're not going to do it today, but I bet this thing is all kinds of Duke Boys fun when you stab the gas and get this thing a little bit sideways. No doubt it'll do 100 foot, 200 foot, 300 foot burnout. As long as you want to hold it, this thing will spin the tires. Yeah, and there's highway speed. Not too many revs. You can cruise this thing anywhere. Take her back to the shop here. Man, what a car. Just effortless in traffic. We come into a nice tight roundabout. Car is totally composed and happy. We're going a good twice the recommended speed around this roundabout. We're tracking down traffic here, onto the brakes again. No sweat. Thin steering wheel, the way it feels in your hands is just so cool. We're so used to driving stuff that's got these big, thick, heavy steering wheels on them with heavy steering effort to match, and this is just such a great throwback. I could drive this car all day long. Fair bit of traffic today. Visibility out of this car is actually really great. You can see what's going on. It's easy making lane changes and that sort of stuff. Of course, no problem getting around guys in traffic if you need to make a move. Mopar, 446 pack power. This thing works awesome. Well, it's time for us to head her back to the shop, close up the air grabber. I know we're supposed to sell cars. This one I just want to drive it. I want to keep it forever. This thing's just great. That brings us about to the end of our drive. We turn back into the shop. What a terrific car to go for a drive on. It's just that start of spring that's happening. We're finally starting to get some good weather and things are starting to get clean. Man, I can't wait to get out in some more hot rods this summer. It is going to be a good one. And what better way to start with this awesome 72 road. It's like the other cars on the road just don't really exist. And that's it today for our drive at Sherwood Motorcars in this 72 Plymouth Roadrunner. Thanks for watching.